Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about adding files to your containers. We'll be talking about the two common ways to do it, which are adding the copy instruction to your Docker files or running your Docker containers with a volume. These are two pretty different mechanisms, but both have to do with making your files available in your Docker containers. All right, so we have a pretty simple Flask file, and we have a pretty simple Docker file here. Right, we just have this app file, and we just copy everything into the Docker image, which in our case is just this app.py file. We run pip install Flask. I mean, really, it'd probably be better to have this before the copy in general, but doesn't really matter in this case. And then we have our entry point right here. So it's just going to run a simple server on my remote machine that I'll be able to hit from my laptop. All right, so sorry I'm a little stuffy today. Right, so we have the Docker file set up with the copy command in there. So as we said, it'll just copy all the files into the image at build time. So let's just go ahead and build the image, right? Okay, installing Flask, all right. So now we could just run it. Right, so we see it running on port 8888 and it's in debug mode, good. So refresh and we see hello world. We just saw some text from a previous attempt, but yeah, we see the hello world here, and then let's in a new terminal, let's go back to where we were. Okay, so now we do docker ps and let's update, right? Let's just update this file and show that it does not, it's not going to update in real time, because in order to have this change show, we're going to have to stop this and then rebuild the image, right? Okay. All right, so we rebuilt it and now go back to running it. And we see our change, it says hello worlds. Now, so in order to have that change shown, we had to rebuild the image and rerun it. Now I want to show you with, instead of doing the copy command, right? So if we go into the Docker file, we simply get rid of that copy command right there, and then sorry, let's just do this guy. All right, so now we are adding a volume to our container. You could also do this using Docker Compose, which is typically how I set up all my images and Docker containers and everything. And that way you don't have to pass these command line arguments. You just do a Docker Compose run up, or a Docker Compose up, or a Docker Compose run. Then you don't have to remember all these arguments. But in our case, this works. So we have this volume here. We're once again exposing port 8888, and then we run it. Right, so you see that it still works. And now if we edit our app.py, say like, I am Zach, right? So we updated that and now we refresh and it's updated automatically in real time, because that's the benefit of using volumes. You can make a change on your host machine and it gets updated in real time in the container, whereas when you make a change and you have the copy command, you have to build it, which in my case right here is super fast, but like in a real application it could take like 5, 10, 15 minutes to build an application, to build a container or build an image. So in a development workflow, I think using the volumes is superior. That's what I've found in my own work. That's what I found like working at companies. And then for production, you probably will want to like just build everything with the copy command. So you could have like I have this workflow in one of my projects where I do my dev work with a Docker Compose service that uses a volume, and then when I'm happy with how it works locally, I have another Docker Compose service that builds the image, and then I could just push it to my AWS ECR, and it's pretty easy workflow. Um, but yeah, I think that pretty much demonstrates what I was trying to show with the copy instruction versus the Docker volumes. Let me know if you have any questions on this topic or if you'd like me to go over anything else around Docker or Linux or anything like that. All right, thanks guys.